are you looking cute and innocent while singing Mickey Mouse songs? We'd like to thank Mrs. Bishop for helping us, but we still don't like the Bruins. We survived!
We survived kindergarten. Miss Goldstein and Mrs. Black taught us to read and write and help us to learn all there is to know for our next 8 years at Hillel.
We survived! First grade. How did we survive? We had rotating teachers and still managed to learn to read Hebrew and celebrate our Kabbalah Hasidor. We survived!
Grade. How did we survive? We learned lots of math with Mrs. Herzog and beginnings of research papers with our inventions and country projects.
We survived!
Fourth grade. How did we survive? Miss Gandine bribed us with tickets and prizes and taught us lots about math and language arts.
We survived!
From protecting our classroom to learning about trees, our class was like a petting zoo. Chickens, cows, llamas, squirrels, dogs, and mocs. Miss Bromberg was surely amused.
We survived!
How did we survive? They took us to Disney, to Animal and Magic Kingdoms. They made us learn Spanish and lots of work, but we survived.
We survived!
Algebra, grammar, and more grammar in 3 languages. Geography, history, and a trip to D.C. We survived.
Woo!
You're on.
How did we survive 8th grade? Because of our wonderful middle school teachers who took us through their amazing 3 years of learning and growing. They let us be us and encouraged all of us to strive for our best. We survived because of our years at Hillel.
We survived!
How did I survive Daphne? Let me see. 3 years of Daphne Scholl. Well, she's always well prepared. She's delightful. But I will miss her tremendously, and I'm sure she'll come back to visit. I hope she does at least, and I foresee her ending up very successful in her life and accomplishing many different things. And I survived. Brian. Well, let's see. Brian, when I first met Brian, I was taller than he, and now I'm a lot shorter than he. In fact, I'm pretty much shorter than most everybody in the 8th grade now. The boys have all grown and towered, and Brian has been a pleasure. I think I used that with Daphne, but he has been a pleasure. He has, I enjoy Brian's personality. He has a very nonchalant way of being funny. He has never been disrespectful. He, especially in the later part of this year, he's really brought his intellectual ability to the forefront. He did amazing jobs on most all of his assignments in the latter part of this year, and I watched him mature as far as taking responsibility for his own learning. I'm going to miss Brian. I will miss his wit. I will miss having him in class. But most of all, I will enjoy looking back when he comes, and he better come back to visit to show me how successful he is in high school. I survived Brian. Be brutally honest. Lauren is very bright. She writes beautifully. She is a very bright young lady. So I know I'll see her next year with regularity, and I will look forward to it. I survived Lauren.
David. Oy, how did I survive David? Mrs. Wasser, do I have to read this book? Mrs. Wasser, what's the point of this? Mrs. Wasser, where am I going to need this? Can't you give me one more point? Come on, one more point. What is this? I don't want to do this. Well, David, you did it. You did it, and I did it, and we survived. And you will learn that you needed everything we taught you. You stuck it out. You stayed at Hillel. We're very pleased. We survived David. How did I survive Melissa? I have never had a student who argued with me more than Melissa Wolf. But Mrs. Wasser, I don't agree with this. And she'd go on and on and on. And she would manage to take up almost 40 minutes of an entire class telling me how she disagreed with everything I was saying. I never thought I would survive Melissa, but she did it, and she did a great job. Melissa, we survived.
Okay, Becky Coulter. What did I learn from her? I learned that whenever I think something's in style, I'm completely offbeat because she comes to school wearing clothes that are really, really cool, but I can't wear as a teacher, and I know that I could probably never afford, but I can see them in magazines. So hopefully, sometime in the future, I'll be able to see her designing clothes or doing awesome in art school, and she was really fun to have in class because she made it bright and exciting. Okay, Zach. I had him for science, obviously. He has taught me how to survive having an in-depth conversation about something really interesting. He's kind of taught me how to take that all in and say what I just said over again and help him understand it and keep his attention span focused. He always comes up with some sort of obscure answer that makes me laugh, makes me smile, sometimes gets us off track, but he's still fun to have in class. Okay, Jay. Jay came to us last year and kind of brought some excitement into class, I suppose. He has taught me to be patient. He's brilliant in science, but kind of like I'm training a puppy every day. And I teach him, and he absorbs it in, and he enjoys it, but the next day, I have to keep him back on the right track and teach him again. He's really fun to teach, but he keeps you on your toes. It's been all good.
Good.
Okay, Barry. Barry is an excellent science student. He's done science fair for a long time, and he really tries hard in class. However, sometimes I think Barry would rather teach the class. Sometimes I kind of want to ask him, Barry, would you like to come up here and have me sit down? He's very confident. He's taught me to have patience sometimes with it. But I think he's going to do well, and that's that.
Hi, I'm Mr. Williams, and I've been asked how I survived Joe Stone and Sam Garfunkel. Well, since I'm kind of the man with just a few words to say, I'm going to say it in one word. Lots of this. Advil takes the pain away. Good luck, guys.
I guess one story I could tell you was about Bryn. Bryn came in, it was Tu B'Shavat, and we were all at Flag, and Bryn came sauntering across the playground, dressed with brown bottom, green top, Pippi Longstocking socks, and on her head, her hair was arranged as a nest, and in her head was a bird sitting on a branch. And you know, everybody was just kind of looking at each other, but we didn't laugh. You know, it was very, very cute. Well, 2 days later, we were in class together, and we were alone in the classroom. I said, "What's the matter, Bryn?" She said, "Well, my mom's really mad at me." And I said, "Why?" She says, "Well, do you remember the bird on my head?" And I said, "Sure." And she said, "That bird came out of my mom's cuckoo clock."
So, I need to say some things about Jacob Zohar on his graduation. And I would start by saying that Jacob is very special. And I've known Jacob for many years, about as long as I've been here at the school. And I would say that one of my best memories of Jacob is he helped perpetuate my nickname. The 8th grade class is the only class that has a nickname for me, and that nickname, of course, is Mr. Spinach. And I don't even know the origins, but I know that Jacob helped continue this. Even when some people were tired and couldn't carry on, didn't want to go on with the tradition, Jacob carried on the tradition of Mr. Spinach, and for that I appreciate Jacob and wish him a mazel tov on graduation.
Hi, אני גברת לדסקי. And how did I survive Tony? Well, let me tell you. First of all, do you see these glasses? They're all result of me trying to read Tony's handwriting. I wouldn't have been wearing glasses today if I didn't have Tony for the past 3 years. Now let me tell you something about Tony. When Tony is about to tell you a story or answer a question, you never know where is he going with and when is he done with. I'll show you. Let's say that the question is in here and there is one direct answer to get to. Tony will start and keep talking and go somewhere here and somewhere here and maybe sometime in 10 minutes get to the final answer or the punchline of the story. I love you. Best of luck in high school.